Welcome to today's podcast, fellow Americans. Joining me today in this podcast is Matthew and John.
Hi, I'm Matthew Merrill.
Hey, it's me, John.
Today we're going to be talking about, because, it's the only thing we can fucking do in these bunkers, is about these, survival tips on how we can survive this fucking war, yeah?
Yeah, let's look at it.
Well, y'all seen the duck and cover, right?
I mean, I've heard of it.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's borderline bullshit.
Wait a minute. You're telling me a standard school desk's not going to keep me safe from nuclear annihilation?
No, it will. Just, no.
I've got some conflicted views here. I'm
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
Could you
misunderstood.
explain?
Well, you see, when you see the flash, it tells you, you know what, all you got to do is jump down on the ground and cover yourself up and you'll be fine. And that is a lie. Because if you're in the range of an atomic bomb, no matter what you fucking do, unless you're underground, of course, and a safety bunker like we are right now, you're going to die.
Well, yeah.
But since
I
we're
mean, I might immediately die. You'll just get some horrible, horrible burns.
Yeah,
You know.
but all you need is a
Really?
newspaper, am I right?
I mean, I did see a man defend himself with a newspaper.
But if my government isn't really being that helpful to survival, how do I survive?
Well, you lately all of our houses have been getting bunkers, you see that? They've been building
My
new
neighbor was just telling me about that.
They've been building new houses with bunkers included in them because of this threat. And as we can see, we are in one of these bunkers because we are one of the many few that got one. And our only source of not going insane is this radio that we're here talking to you guys with. And how long do you think we could survive down here with our supplies? We got some food and water. That's about it, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, food, water. We have each other to keep.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
Wait. Hang on. What exactly happens when a bomb goes boom?
Well, when the bomb goes boom, you're gonna first see the flash, and after that, you got the sound wave, and usually before the bomb goes off, we might hear a siren that's a warning because our government is the OGs that they are, and they will warn us about the bomb. But sometimes they're lazy fucks, and one day we might get those lazy fucks, and we're screwed neither way. But this time we got lucky, and they had the sirens go off, and we got in our little safe bunker.
Well, this doesn't sound like a fun experience to have to go through.
Who would have thought going through a bomb would be a great experience?
Well, after it goes off, can we go outside?
No, most of the bombs that are going to be being dropped on us are going to spit out some radiation, which is very bad for human health. If we go out there, we might get some radiation poisoning, and that'll be a slow and gruesome death. Worse than
What are
even
some
just
signs of radiation
So-
poisoning?
some signs of radiation poisoning is like vomiting, nausea, fever, fatigue. You might have some skin irritation and some growths. You might have some growths on your outside of your skin, which is very uncomfortable, as you could assume.
Oh, that sounds horrible. How long will I have to stay down here in the bunker before I can go up and be safe again?
Honestly, it doesn't really take that long for the radiation to disperse. Like most of the lethal stuff will be gone within 2 days to a week. But even though we would still want to stay in our bunkers as long as possible until we on our radio we hear that it's safe to go outside.
How long does the food and water usually last in one of these things?
Depends on how we want to survive.
Uh, that sounds like a very ominous.
If we're done with life,
procedure to move on with.
yeah, if we're done with life, we might as well just eat all the food now, But if we want to try and if we want to
Hypothetically, let's say we're not done with life, we still want to, get out of this metal coffin.
I mean, so I would say try rationing out your food. Try getting a little bit.
yeah,
here and there.
that's one of the main things. You got to try and ration your stuff.
Rationing?
Yeah, that means we got to keep you away from our stash.
So, what are those clicking devices I keep hearing about?
It's a Geiger counter. We have one in here with us. This is how we can check if there's any radiation around us. It's a pretty nifty device to have when shit goes down. I really hope everyone else has their Geiger counter. Without it, you're not really going to be able to tell if you can go outside. unless your bunker has a built-in radiation thing like ours on the wall.
Or on radio, if you can ask other people about how
Yeah,
it's going in outside.
we could use the radio to ask other people. That's if anyone else survived. You know, we don't even know if anyone's listening to us right now. And the only reason why we're in these stupid bunkers is because of those stupid commies. Yeah, fucking assholes are threatening
Yeah.
us.
Can't
Even-
believe it.
Even though we're the stronger powers and we've already nuked them, you know, I can't believe they'd retaliate.
Well, hang on, dude. I don't think we nuked them.
Not the
Well, I
commies,
mean, that's
but
what-
we
wait.
are not the commies.
We've shown America's might with
we-
nuclear power.
yeah.
Before.
we showed Hiroshima who's boss.
Yeah, I was just actually looking into that. Apparently in Hiroshima, they were so close that they were vaporized, and like engraved into the like sides of buildings and concretes, and they're like perfect shadows of the people are just like there on the side. I just find that crazy.
Yeah, no amount of duck and cover can save him from that fate.
But what about the newspaper?
That, however,
So if we're down here in this bunker, that means that there's some Russians over in their bunker too right now, right? Like we're
Well, I
not
mean-
just sitting and waiting.
It has to be. I mean, it's just mutually assured. I mean, we have the bombs too. They have the bombs. We'd only attack each other. There's no way only one of us would fire back.
Now, if they're gonna hit us, we better hit them.
yeah, if we don't hit him back, we're gonna be stuck in this bunker forever. I don't want that. I want
Mhm.
to stay here with you two.
So, if they're not being entirely truthful with this duck and cover stuff, what else should we know?
I wouldn't say they're not being truthful. They're just putting some false hope in people. Like there's some truth to it. Like you don't want to get burned. You don't want glass in your eyes, but you know, shit's gonna hurt a lot worse if you're too close to like the people in Hiroshima.
Yeah.
But if you get vaporized instantly, you know, no pain, no shame. You know.
I mean, but to be fair, in their defense, I mean, you kind of need to put hope into people because if we're all hopeless, it's only gonna be worse for us all.
Yeah.
True. Probably wouldn't be
So-
great on morale if you told people that there was a device capable of completely annihilating them and their livelihoods in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Which is why I guess they made the duck and cover. It was kind of a stress reliever, I guess. Could be seen as that.
Well, the best they can do for a literal threat of ending our lives.
Yeah.
But what are some things we could actually do?
Again, it depends on whether we have a warning or not. Like this time, we had a warning that was like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. So we were able to get more water and food into our bunker, so we could survive a lot longer. We also were able to look through our bunker to make sure, you know, it was sturdy enough to survive, and that's pretty much why we're here now. Is we had that warning. Without it, we would not have as much food or water, or maybe not even got in here.
Do you think people without warnings could still get to safety in time? Or do you think it would just be too late since the bomb already...
If you can, you might as well try and run inside because duck and cover isn't that you're not going to survive if you're
No.
outside. Your odds increase even inside of a house. You don't even have to be in a bunker. You just got to have
Yeah.
something around you. So if you could, you just if there's no warning, just try and run anywhere. The wall could save your life if you get lucky enough.
How safe and sturdy are these home shelters anyhow, compared to the government ones at least?
I would hope to assume they're around the same, but
Wait. Hang on. You would hope.
yes, I would hope. Again, the government has their limitations, you know? They can't give every bunker everything. Like, they're obviously going to try and save themselves, even though how horrible that is. That's just what they have to do. Like, they're going to try and save everyone, but most of their resources are going to go to the public, but their most advanced stuff is probably going to stay with them.
Well, this seems like a lot of information to go through. Could you, like, summarize it for me? Sorry, it's just a lot to go through, you know?
Yeah, no problem. So basically, like when you got your warning, if you're lucky enough, you can go wherever you can. Like you got to go inside, go to your bunker, go to some random person's house. But if there's no warning, best of luck. Like you're on your own pretty much. You gotta find some kind of cover if you can, but if you can't, duck and cover is your only option, and pray to God that you'll survive. But do you really want to survive? Because like
I mean-
the people in Hiroshima, they had the mercy of dying instantly. They didn't have to go through getting radiation poisoning or being cooped up in a small area for a long period of time, wondering if you're gonna survive till the next day. Like that takes a toll on on your mental. That is.
I see what you're saying. The moral quandary we'd have to think about.
Yeah, like right now we
They
are the
just-
lucky people. We don't even know how many people got their own bunkers. Like not everyone got a bunker. There's the public bunkers, but they can only house so many people.
Yeah, but it would really be up to if my family survived because that's what matters most to me. You know what I mean? And it would just be if my family can make it, or if I know my family can make it to the bunkers in time. You know what I mean?
I feel like that
'Cause-
that would be the most underlying factor for everyone. Like if you're the
Yeah.
only one that made it out of your family, do you really want to continue for them, or is it just for you?
I mean, you can't just think for yourself. You got to think about the nation. You know, someone's gonna have to help rebuild, especially if we're all that's left.
If we're all that's left, we're fucking doomed. Well, that's all the time we have for this podcast, and the one main thing you should take from this is most likely you should have kissed your ass goodbye. But if you're tuning in, try and stick it out for the rest of us. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and thank you to Matthew and John for joining the show, and we will see you guys next. And now for the bloopers.
I was gonna be like, so I can't become the Hulk. That's-
Only commies ration things.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're gonna be a commie now.
Well,
Don't-
guess if it's for the sake of
don't
America.
put commies in yet. Commies don't belong here yet.
What?
This
Commies
is not the
ration
this
things.
is not the time to interject with
You always
commies.
bug me about the commies.
For some reason, I was thinking they're Grieger counters, and I was like, that sounds wrong.
Grieger?
It's like-
That kind of sounds like a very low-key slur for something. The bigger they are, the harder we are. Wait,
There's some people. Kind of sorry. I was gonna say like that Joe down the street that I wish were dead, but I couldn't. I don't think he's getting tonight's rations.
yeah. No,
These
I
are my
like that
rations!
idea.
This is my
Sick.
bunker!
This is-
Our bunker now.
and half of it's my food I brought, so you can.
I brought nothing, and I take claim to it all.
Like a true commie.
Wait, that
Like a
sounds like a
true
dirty commie.